Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making this. This is going to be part one of making this awesome Beats EarPods product animation in Blender. So this is going to be part one where we do the modeling, and I'll quickly show you guys. Here you can see is the final kind of result. So, and then in part two we'll be going on with the animation and doing our materials and lighting. So if this is something you guys want to learn to do, keep watching, and as always you can support the channel by following my links in the description. Have Skillshare for free for 1 month if you want, follow some of my courses, and support me on Patreon if you want, where you'll also get access to this really awesome file right here. Nice and satisfying. So let's jump into part one. So ideally you can go to the internet and just find yourself some reference images of some Beats pods. So these are the ones I found. But they're really easy. Just type in Beats pods and they'll come up with a whole bunch of results. I'm sure you can even find these exact red ones on Google search, or you can just go ahead and take a screenshot of this one over here and look at it. But we're going to just kind of be eyeing it anyway. We're not going to be perfectionists. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just move this to my side monitor and let's go into Blender 4.0. So let's go, I think we're going to probably start with making the actual little rubber silicone thing that goes into the ear. So let's press A to select everything and press delete. Let's go Shift A. Let's add in, under our mesh primitives, let's add in a circle. And let's tab into edit mode. And in your front view, what you want to do in your front orthographic view is just select the vertex on the very left here. On your very left, so this middle vertex here, and then go Control I or Command I to inverse. Now all the other ones are selected and you can go X and delete. So we only have this one little vertex over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our modifiers. We're going to click on Add Modifier. We're going to search, and we're going to type in Screw. We're going to click on the Screw modifier, and now we have this as a screw. So now if we go into our front orthographic view, with this vertex selected, we can go E to extrude. You can see here I've extruded this vertex like that. And in our front view, we can just keep going. So we're going to go E to extrude and E to extrude again. And let's come to about here. We're making a shape like this. And we can always change it a little bit, so don't be too pedantic. And then we're going to come here, extrude a little bit, and then extrude again, and then extrude up, and one more time like so. So just a shape like that. And then let's grab this vertex over here, and let's go E to extrude. And what I'm going to do at this point is let's just have a look at that shape. Okay, so it's just kind of roughly the shape we're going to go for. It's kind of like an apple shape almost. So we're going to go like this. And I think that looks good for now. And it doesn't matter if it's not 100% because we can always get the proportional editing. Then just select some of these and then go G with proportional editing and then kind of adjust it a little bit. So it's very forgiving, but for now we're just going to tab back out into object mode. Click on Add Modifier and let's get a subdivision. We're going to go to Subdivision Surface. And then on top of that, let's give that, so let's go Add Modifier and let's get a Solidify. And get a Solidify modifier. Let's put the Solidify on top of the subdiv. And let's come in here and give it some thickness, like this. And let's just also come here to, so let's go Add Modifier. And let's just also get a Bevel. Get a Bevel modifier. And let's just put the Bevel on top of the Subdivision Surface modifier, but underneath the Solidify. And let's just give it a nice small bevel here. It's like 0.002, and this is up to segments. And then let's come to our subdivision here and bump it up to 2 in the viewport. And now we have this component over here. So the nice thing is we can now easily come over here and we can adjust the thickness, and we can come here to the bevel. We can mess around with the angle here a little bit. But I think with the Solidify, I'm just going to go ahead and make it about this thick. I don't want to go too crazy. So let's also go to our materials and let's just click new. And let's just call it red 1. And in my viewport, I'm just going to go ahead and give that a viewport display color. I'm going to go something like that. And then what we're going to do in our front orthographic view, we're going to go R and we're going to rotate this guy like this. And we're going to go S 0.5 to shrink it a bit. Then we're going to go G and X and move it over to the side like this, just a little bit. But we want it slightly rotated about this much, okay? And then we're going to go Shift A. We're going to go ahead to our mesh options, add in a cube. And let's go ahead with this cube and go to our modifiers. Let's give this a subdiv. So we're going to go Add Modifier and type in Sub and get a Subdivision Surface. Then we're going to tab into edit mode. And with all of this active, we're going to right click and go Subdivide. And then let's turn off proportional editing. And in our top view, let's go into our X-ray mode. And let's just select these faces here in our top view and go G, X, and move them over a little bit. Like this. And then let's grab these ones and go G, X, and move them in. And then we're going to go S, Y, and flatten them a little bit on the Y, like so. And then let's grab these over here and go G, X, and just move them out a bit. And then let's go into our front orthographic view. And in our front orthographic view, let's press A to select everything, go G, Z, and move it up just a bit like this. And then let's grab this face over here, these two faces here. And let's go E to extrude, S to scale down, and then R to rotate, and just place them over here like that. And let's enable proportional editing. And then let's select these two bottom faces like so. And in our front view, we're just going to go G and move this in and up like this. And let's just grab these two verts and flatten it just a little bit like that. Okay, so you can kind of see where we're going with this. And then let's come in here, Control R to add in a loop over here. Click and drag to select the top faces. And then go S to scale it a little bit. And then G, Z, move it down. And then let's go out of our X-ray and let's go back into object mode and right click and go shade smooth. And for now, we're going to leave it at this, and we'll work on it in a second, but we're just going to add the top detail. So let's go to our top orthographic view. Let's go Shift A. Let's add in under our mesh options, a circle. Let's go G and just move it over to the side and then tab into edit mode. And what we're trying to do here, I'm going to quickly show you guys on the reference. We're trying to make this little cap thing here on the top. So let's just roughly make that. So we're going to go here in edit mode, select half of this circle, turn off proportional editing, and then go E to extrude and Y and extrude it along the Y. We're still in our top orthographic, bring it to about here. And then just select these middle verts over here and go X and delete those verts. And then just these ones over here as well. Just so we have just a border running around like this. And then we're going to go E to extrude, S to scale, S, X, and flatten it a little bit. And let's press F to fill that with a face. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go G, Z, and bring it up a little bit. And then we're going to go I to inset it, just a tiny little bit. And then we're going to go I again to inset, about this much. And then we're going to come over here and go Control R, click once, and then just slide in an edge. And then let's go to our modifiers and go add modifier and type in sub and get a subdivision surface modifier. Like so. And then let's grab this edge over here. So Shift Alt, left click on this edge, and then go E to extrude and Z, and extrude down just a tiny bit. And then E to extrude and Z again, like this much. And then go Control R, left click, and just slide in an edge over here to tighten that up. And for now, let's just tab back out, right click, and go shade smooth. And if you get these normal issues, just tab into edit mode, press A to select everything, and go Alt N and just go recalculate outside, and it'll fix those normal issues. But we're going to tab back out, and let's go into our front orthographic and go G and move this up. Then let's go into our top orthographic and let's go S and scale this guy down a little bit. And let's have a look at those references quickly. As we can see over here, this is kind of like the angle we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go R -45 in the top orthographic view. So R -45. And let's also just go to our materials quickly, go new and call it shiny and red. And let's just go to our viewport display and give it a red material, make it a bit darker. And then let's come here to the roughness and bring it down to make it more reflective, like this. So now we're just going to take this and we're going to tab into edit mode, and let's just grab this edge, Shift Alt, left click on this edge, and then go E to extrude, S to scale, just a little bit. And then let's go E to extrude and Z and just extrude it down, and then S to scale it a bit, like that. So now what we need to do is, this is a bit of the tricky part, but we'll work at it slowly. We're going to go into our front orthographic view. And let's grab this guy over here. Let's go S to scale him up a little bit more. Just rotate him slightly. Bring him out just a bit. And then let's grab the main body here. Let's tab into edit mode. And then let's go back to our X-ray mode. And then let's just select these top faces. And let's go G and kind of bring them closer to here, like that. And then let's go to our top orthographic view. And let's go S and let's go Y to flatten that, this much. And let's go R and rotate that at a 45. And then go S to scale it. And make it roughly the size of this top component. And then let's go X and delete those faces. So now we have something like this. Let's turn off the X-ray. But this topology is a bit messy, so let's tab back out. Let's select this object and go H to hide it. And then let's grab this again, tab back into edit mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here in our front view, and you can see this corner here where it's stretched. We're going to press K to get our knife tool. We're going to click on here and go across. Click on here to add in a loop or an edge, and then we're going to come to the next one, and we're going to go press K again to get the knife tool. Click on here and go to this edge, and come click over here and then press enter. And then come to the next one here and press K, click right over here and then go to the next one, like so. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go to our edge option here and just select these edges that are going across here like this and go X. And this is go dissolve edges. And let's just come over here, grab this edge, X, dissolve that edge, and this one over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here now and go Control R, add in a loop, double click. And then grab this one, double G, just to slide it a bit. And then come over here, Control R, add in a loop over here. And then just go K, and then with the knife tool, just connect it up to here, like that. So now we've cleaned this up a little bit. Let's come in here, Control R, add in a loop. And then let's just grab this over here, double G, just to slide that down a bit. And then let's grab this vertex here, double G, just to slide it, and this one here, this one here, and this one here, just slide them. And then let's go K with the knife tool and click in here and then go across to here. And then let's go to our edge select and then just select this triangular edge running across here like this and this one, and then go X, dissolve edges. And then come in here, Control R, double click. And then with your knife tool, just click K and then connect these two together like so. And then over here, one last time, we're just going to come on this side and select this vertex, double G, double G. Let's select this one, double G, just like that. And wherever we have unnecessary edges, so for example, we can go to our edge select, and we just want to come in here and Shift Alt left click here, and then go X and dissolve those edges. And let's tab back out, go Alt H to bring this guy back, like so. And then let's go back into edit mode. Shift Alt left click on this edge over here, this loop at the top, as to scale it up a bit. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go to our vertex select option, and then let's just grab these verts and let's just move them in and around like so, just so we bring them in here. So you can see what I'm doing. Bring this one in here a bit, bring that one in there. So we're just kind of matching these ones up to the corners around here like this. Bring this one in here, this one, this one, this one. Let's grab these guys. Just as good as you can get it. So you can see we've matched it up a bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to Shift Alt left click on this loop here. Let's go Alt S and scale it in a little bit along the normals. Our proportional editing, and let's grab these verts over here and just go G, tuck them in a little bit. Let's grab these guys, bulge them out a bit. Okay, and that's looking okay. Let's go to our top view. Now top view, let's just grab these guys over here and just narrow them in a little bit by tucking them in like so. And also these guys here in the corners, we can just bring them in just a little bit over here and bring this in here. It doesn't have to be perfect because we have the subdivision surface modifier, so it's kind of smoothing things out a lot. And over here I can see there's a vertex just ending here. If you have a situation like that, just get the knife tool by pressing K and then just go and connect it up and then press enter like so. And then you can just slide these verts around just to neaten them up a little bit. Might just slide this guy a little bit. But what we're going to do now is we're going to tab back out. And now we're going to go to our modifiers, and we're going to just with this apply that subdivision surface modifier and then tab back in. Then press A to select everything and then go to your smooth tool and just click on a little gizmo and just smooth everything out a little bit. And then click on it and then go to your materials and let's just give it that red one material. And now let's just go back into edit mode, and now because we smoothed it out a bit, you can just grab these verts over here and just tuck them all around here just to make them fit a little bit better with this little top cap like this. So you can see how much more it's matching up now, but you know, just keep working at it little by little. getting it to match as close as you can get it. And then we're going to go Shift Alt left click on this edge around here like this, E to extrude, S to scale in a little bit, and then go G, Z, and just bring it up and tuck it in under here like that, and then go S to scale it maybe just a bit. Tab back out, and then let's grab this top bit, and with this edge still selected, go E to extrude, S to scale, just kind of bring it in like that. Okay, that's getting a lot better. So now let's go grab this guy again, tab into edit mode, Shift Alt. Let's just quickly add in a cylinder. Let's just turn off proportional editing. And let's just delete these end faces on this. And then in edit mode, where we're still in here, we're gonna go S to scale it. And then in wireframe, let's just go R, rotate it like so, G to move it over here, and then S to scale it a little bit. And we're gonna place it right about here. And it's at this point we're going to tab back out, grab this guy over here, and then we just grab this vertex here, E to extrude and extrude it out to kind of meet up to here. And then tab back out, then grab this guy, and now we can just grab these verts here on the end, G to move them in, S to scale them a bit, and just kind of fit them in there like that. And then we can go E to extrude, S to scale, and then let's just go E, extrude it in like this, S to scale a bit. Now we have that, but what we can do is tab back out, we can right click and go shade smooth. And now let's also give that another subdiv. So we're gonna click on search here on the modifiers and get a subdivision surface. And there we have that. So that's already starting to look really cool. So yeah, now it's the point where you can get your proportional editing. You can come in here, you can make your adjustments, look at any references you can find online. The more time you spend with it, obviously the better it's going to look. You know, it's completely just one of those things that it's all about finesse. The more time you put into it, the better it's going to look. With proportional editing, by the way, make sure it's connected only when you're doing this sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's looking pretty good for now. I might just rotate this a little bit more like that. So now that I'm done finessing that a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my top orthographic view. Shift A, let's add in a circle. Let's go G, move it over to the side, tab into edit mode, and let's go E to extrude, S to scale. Let's extrude this in a little bit like so. And then we're going to come over here on the side, grab a vertex, and then holding in shift, let's select about 4 verts. Then we're going to go E to extrude and G to move it over, R to rotate it about this much. Then let's just grab this vertex here, double G to slide it up, and then this one, let's just move it out slightly just to match up with this profile. And then we have a simple beats 6 like this. Look at this references as much as you want. I'm going to just go with something like this. And then let's go A to select everything, E to extrude it up slightly. Tab back out, right click, and let's go shade auto smooth. And now we're just going to go G and move it, S to scale it, and then R to rotate to match the angle like so. And then just go G, Z, and move that guy up till it's just sitting just on the top here like that. And I might just make it a little bit bigger, rotate it slightly. But now we have the 6 on top of there as well, or the B. It really looks like a 6, but you know, it's meant to be a B. So here is where we're at so far. So I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to go to the bottom orthographic view by pressing Control 7 or Command 7. And I might just, in edit mode, just make a few little adjustments here just to make it look nice. Just fix up the curve here just a little bit. But what we're going to do is on the bottom, we're going to go Shift A, we're going to add in a circle. And let's go bring it over here. Tab into edit mode, and let's go S to scale it down to about this size. And then we're going to go F to fill that. And then we're going to go I to inset it a little bit and turn off proportional editing. Then we're going to go G, Z, move it up, and then E to extrude, S to scale. And then let's go I and inset it about this much. And then grab this bottom edge here and go E to extrude and Z, bring it down a bit. Tab back out, right click and go shade smooth, and then give it a subdivision surface modifier. And let's go to our materials, go new. Let's just call it metal. And let's go ahead and make it metallic. And by the way, let's just quickly go Control S and just save this. So I'm gonna go just save it to my desktop. And then let's go to our top view. And then while we're still in our bottom view, we're gonna come over here and bring it. And let's just go G, Z, bring it over here. And then we're gonna go R, X and rotate it like this. And then back in our bottom orthographic, let's just move it and rotate it just so it's sitting here on the surface like this. If you want to, you can tab into edit mode and just bring that edge in closer, but just something like that. And once you're done in your bottom view, you can go Shift D to duplicate and Y, move one over and then go R, X, rotate it the other way and then just bring it up a little bit. And it's just a matter of adjusting it and rotating it until it's sitting right on here like this. Okay, perfect. And you can always grab the body of the pods here and just kind of adjust them slightly if you have to, just so it looks right. But more or less, these are just the two charging points on the beats like this. But we're not too worried here about perfection. We're just trying to make something that looks pretty cool in the end of the day. But I think those two are looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. And looking at our reference, I'd say that is actually pretty close. So yes, once again, make sure to save. And in the next part, which is going to be part 2, we're going to be creating our backdrop, setting up our camera, and then also doing some animation and also finishing off our lighting and rendering this out as a final animation in Blender 4.0. And I'll see you guys in part 2. And don't forget to look in the description below. I do put the final result onto my Patreon. It's also a great way you guys can support the channel as well. I'll see you in part 2.